Illustration and Illustrators. Hi, I'm Gary Levisi, and we're going to take a look at two quality art magazines. We are really lucky that we have uh, the magazine Illustration in the United States, edited by Dan Zimmer, quality art magazine, published in quality paper and full color, beautiful uh, magazine that each issue has showcases various artists, pulp artists as well as regular, very different types of artists, and it's a great magazine. That's the American edition, Illustration. Now there's also the British magazine, Illustrators, which is put out by the Book Palace. Peter Richardson is the Peter Richardson.
Yeah. Sure.
Peter, I've written for both of these magazines, but I forget sometimes, which. I even get them confused because they have such a similar name. This is Illustrators with an S. It's the UK magazine put out by the Book Palace. Again, it's a beautiful, beautiful, magnificent magazine, full color, quality paper, square bound, 100 or so pages, and again. Both of these magazines showcase the art of a lot of really collectible, great artists who've done fantastic work on crime, mystery, science fiction, horror, pulp magazines, and everything. So we're going to take a look at them now. The first issue that I have is number 2, and this is from This is from 2012, and it has a brush with Fitzrovia, Elegant Art of David Wright, Cecil Doherty, the art of Raymond Shepard, Renato Frontini, John Watkiss. That's the second issue. These are heavy magazines.
You're not going to show us inside?
Oh, okay. I'm going to show you when some of these is the various artists. Some of them I'm not familiar with. Some of them are from before my time. Some of them are science fiction, fantasy artists. Some good girl art, really beautiful stuff. I did an article for this magazine on the British artist Pef. They did some Sexton Blakes. It's just a beautiful magazine. Every issue is a thrill for the eyes. So that's number 2. Number 3 has Andy Virgil, Peter Maddox, Told in Pictures books, and various other artists. Number 4, I don't have all of these, but we'll take a look at just the give you an idea of what's available. Michael Johnson, Chris McGowan, Nightmare Painters from Pan Horror Books, Leslie Ashmore Wood, and let me just see that Pan Horror, because that's.
Why don't you flip it in front of us so we could see too?
That's a good idea.
That would be nice.
That's why I need a director. Yeah. Yeah, see? Didn't get to the Pan Horrors yet. Pan Horror cover art is really something special. Pan Books in the UK. And this is a UK magazine. There we go. Pan Horror. These are very collectible. They really have some outstanding cover art. And that's issue 4. Number 6, we skip to 6, has David Gaskell, Graham Cotton, Lawrence Fish, Walter Wiles. I'm not going to go through each issue, but just to give you an idea, issue number 7, Alan Lee, the art of Bernie Fuchs, John Vernon Lord, Leaf Pang, who's a very fine illustrator, and I've been in touch with him. He does some very nice work. Let me see if I can find just beautiful art. I mean, every page is just beautiful, beautiful work. There's Leaf Pang. He does some really nice work. Very interesting, fun. Issue 8 has Les Edwards, Bart Forbes, Sidney Paget, John Houseman, Bernie Fuchs. So Sidney Paget, who did the Sherlock Holmes illustrations for the Strand magazine. There's a lot of stuff in here. A lot of nice art. And just see if I can find the Sidney Paget. There it is. Sidney Paget. Some of the Sherlock Holmes that he did, the original paintings. Beautiful, very beautiful work. And beautiful magazine. This is a quality magazine. Issue 9 is Bruce Pennington, Eric Parker, and various others. Bruce Pennington, who did the cover, is a terrific science fiction illustrator, horror science fiction. Here's his work. He did some, this here's for John Carter of Mars, British paperback. He did a lot of British paperback cover art, which is just magnificent, utterly magnificent. That's a Robert Silverberg book. These are all for British. He did Dune. He did Robert Heinlein. These are all British paperback cover art by Bruce Pennington. Really nice, really nice. And issue 10 I have is William Stout, Patrick Nicole, Cynthia Shepard, and Wu Chen. William Stout did a lot of, is one of his on the covers, he did a lot of dinosaur and horror illustration for books, comics, magazines. Just beautiful stuff. And the last one is issue 11, and that has Donato Giancola, Homer Hanuka, James McConnell, Mike Terry. James McConnell did some of the Pulp. Some nice Pulp art, if I can find it. Thomas Hanuka. Beautiful book covers. And that's Illustrators, the British magazine. Now we're going to take a look at illustration. And actually, I've written for the British magazine. I've written quite a few articles for the American magazine, Illustration. One of them was in issue number 10. It has Raphael de Soto, Tom Gill, Horwitz Australian paperbacks, and it also has my article on Mitchell Hooks, which paperback art of Mitchell Hooks. Mitchell loved this article, and it was a tribute to his work in the paperbacks. It's cover art. He did so many great, that's an early Lion, one of his earliest. Science fiction one for Piers Anthony. It's interesting. He did The Shrinking Man, a lot of Rockabilly by Harlan Ellison, a lot of great covers. And that's illustration number 10, and then number 19 has Ed Emshwiller, Rockwell Files, various others, and my article, the lead-off article, is on Lewis S. Klansman, and this is signed to me by Lou. Here's a photo of Lou. It's one of his book covers, paperback book covers, just magnificent. He was a magnificent artist. He did a lot of Time magazine. He did the Tom Corbett Space Cadet books, and this is actually Lou's brother, Sam, who was also a well-known artist, comic book artist. Lou did all of these beautiful, beautiful. He did a lot of Louis L'Amour's beautiful, beautiful covers. Just excellent, stunning artwork. And historical. He did covers for various magazines, Time, Newsweek. So that's the two of the illustrations. Now we're going to look at some of the other issues. This is without an article by Gary Levisi. Issue number 20 has William Andrew Loomis, William Martin, and Alton Tobey in that. Number 21 has Gustav Tegren, Al Parker, and the Charles E. Cooper Studio. This is more like what I like. Issue number 22 has Frederick Blakesley, Morton Roberts, Merrill Company Publishers, and Frederick Blakesley did a lot of air war. Pulp covers, and his covers, his paintings on the cover. He did a lot of really beautiful air war, wild cover art, really nice. Number 26 is Graves Gladney, the American Academy of Art, Illustrators, Nan Pollard. And Graves Gladney did, this is by David Saunders, who always does great work. And Graves Gladney did.
He's the son of.
David Saunders is the son of Norman Saunders, the famous pulp illustrator, and an artist in his own right. And he writes on he wrote with this one with Tom Roberts on Graves Gladney, who was a terrific artist for the pulps. He did a lot of the shadow, a lot of pulp covers, a lot of pulp horror, astounding science fiction, unknown, beautiful, beautiful art, terrific shadow paintings. Let's show one more. Look at those. Look at those beauties. It's just like this magazine is just a feast for the eyes. Number 27 is Rudolph Bolarski, Norman Lindsay, and others. And Rudolph Bolarski, this is a Bolarski cover. And I'm going to show a few Bolarskis. We have to do that. If I can find the page. There we go. Rudolph Bolarski. And the great story of his art, of his life, how he became an artist, how he did all this pulp covers, and a lot of his pulp covers later were used on paperbacks, especially for like Popular Library. And beautiful, beautiful pulp art. Bolarski was was really terrific. One of the best. And next one is number 30 with Ellen B.T. Pyle, Douglas Walters, and Edward Georgie. We own original Edwin Georgie. Just beautiful. When you see these paintings in this magazine, you're just like, it's just really, they grab you, and it's, you know, it's something that you can't afford. You can't buy them. They're all very scarce, very expensive, but it's beautiful to see them in these magazines, and the collectors that allow the paintings to be reproduced, or you know, a big thanks to all of them, because they really do a great job by making this art available so that people can see it and enjoy it. Issue number 31 is J. Frederick Smith, John Fleming Gould, and Clark Hollings. And to give you a taste, Clark Hollings did some nice, really nice covers. Number 34 has Jeffrey Catherine Jones, Tom Lovell, and Nino Carbe. That's a Tom Lovell cover there. Issue number 35, Joseph Sokoli, Harry Clark, and Walter Reed. Basically a story on his life by David Saunders. Walter Reed was Illustration House, very nice gentleman. Key person in the art and illustration world, in the collecting world. Issue number 36 has The Many Worlds of John Berkey, and John Berkey, with the John Berkey cover, did a lot of great science fiction, horror. Number 39, Pete Hawley, Heinrich Clay, and William Ira Thiessen. Thiessen did a lot of nice covers, including some Sherlock Holmes paperback covers. Issue number 40 is Edwin Austin, Bruce Miney, and Jesse Wilcox Smith. This is one of Bruce Miney's horror sleaze art for the men's sweat magazines that he did a lot of illustrations for. Number 41 is art of George Stavrinos and Norman Lindsay. Number 43 is Henry Patrick Rawley and Victor Kalin. Victor Kalin did a lot of really nice covers. Beautiful issue. Next one is number 44, Walter M. Baumhofer. It's the whole issue, basically. A Baumhofer issue written by David Saunders. There you go, Doc Savage. All the great Doc Savage covers. And a lot of other pulp and paperback covers by Baumhofer. Doc Savage, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Walter Baumhofer, one of the best. Next one is issue number 45, and it's Mead Schaefer, Michael Dolas. Number Number 47 is George Petty and Charles Dana Gibson. So you had the Gibson girls and Petty, that's the Petty cover. A lot of pin-up art, sexy, cute. Nice, very nice. Number 49 includes the art of John Newton Howard and Stephen Dehanos. John Newton Howard did a lot of really nice, pulp and pulp horror. A lot of terror tales, all kinds of ghouls and monsters and creatures and murder and torture and all kinds of stuff going on. Operator 5, Pulp magazine, The Super Spy, The Spider, Master of Men, great, crazy crime fighter in the Pulps, terrific stories, Scorpion, Dime Detective. Did a lot of great covers. Number 60 includes the work of Gilbert Bundy and Frederick Faraday. Number 61 includes special looks at the work of Earl Moran and Thomas Nast. Earl Moran did a lot of great girly calendars, good girl art. Just beautiful stuff. Can't have the paintings. You can't touch them. They're so expensive. But at least you can get them in these magazines. Number 63 has Frontiers of the Old West, Mario Cooper and the art of E.M. Jackson. And that's the last illustration that I have to show you. And they also did a magazine called Illo, and I have issue number 2 of it. And this was put out by Dan Zimmer and by Illustration, and it has articles on newer illustrators: Michael Chow, James Gurney, Nancy Stahl, Barry Blitt, Zena Saunders, and others. This is an interesting magazine. I don't know how many issues there were, maybe half a dozen. Just all the newer kind of art. Really not pulp. And that's it. That's a look at 2 really terrific, classy, quality, full color magazines that showcase great art and very collectible artists that we all love, whose work has thrilled us over the decades. And I hope you enjoyed this look at Illustrators and Illustration. There'll be information about how to subscribe to the magazines below. And if you did like this look, give us a thumbs up and we'll see you next time. Thanks for looking.